I've been such a retard. I just like started eating just to press record like an absolute idiot. Welcome to another Care Leaver blog. As you don't know yet, I have currently been working on my final major project, and for my final major project I've decided to do design a awareness campaign for care leavers, and I decided that I would use my YouTube videos, the Care Leaver blog, as that awareness campaign, which means that these videos are going to be my final major project essentially. So that means that these videos have just suddenly become more important to me than ever before. I was already passionate about the subject, obviously, hence why I'd already made 5 videos, and I still am passionate about the subject. And also I kind of know a lot about it already. I have people that I can speak to within like the social care system that can help me out, and that can potentially make this a real thing, like potentially make the Care Leaver blog, this thing that me and you do, me and my camera, a actual real thing that as a tool, basically an information tool, and that the potential for that for me is very exciting. So that's my project, and I chose it because I'm already passionate about it, so therefore hopefully I can make it into a great thing. The thing that I wanted to speak about in this video, anyway, the topic for this video is being ruthless. Now that kind of sounds violent, but I don't mean it in a violent context. I mean being ruthless as kind of being ruthless, being relentless, like non-stop, like you keep on at something until you kind of get it. Like, I've spoken before about money and education and that kind of thing, and this kind of borders around those areas as well. This is kind of if you need help for something, if you need funding for something, if you need support for something, anything in particular, and you have asked for it and it's taking a long time, you're running out of time, you're running out of options or whatever, then you need to be ruthless. Push about it, send emails, make phone calls, keep on at the person, chase them up all the time, and if that isn't getting you anywhere, go above their head, find out who their boss is, who their manager is, email them, phone them, try and make connections that way, rattle some cages until you get what you want or near enough to what you want. That is really, really important, because I wouldn't be where I am right now if me and Caroline, my ex-foster carer, hadn't rattled cages and been ruthless all the way through. And that, for this video, is my key piece of advice. Being ruthless. And this kind of goes not just for care leavers, as this video series is about, for children in care and currently looked after children as well, because although you might be a bit on the young side, your carers potentially do this for you regularly and you might not be aware of it, or you might get to an age where you're 14, 15, 16ish, and then you're bordering on to soon becoming a care leaver in the next couple of years, you needing to start developing that skill also at this time. So that would be while you're still with your carer, but you and your carer working together to push people, to send emails, to make phone calls, that kind of thing, to get stuff done. There are a couple of other examples that I've had. So obviously I now am at uni. That is obviously not where I am, as you will have noticed that this is a completely new background, and that is because this is the house that belongs to my boyfriend's family, and for him to live in for the next 3 years of uni. Basically his mum bought it for him, and I'm going to be renting it with him and living here, which is going to be amazing. Hi.
Hello.
And this is an example, money-wise. While I'm at uni, obviously there are things that I need money for every now and then, but I've had to be ruthless for. But very specific one is when I go home to visit. Obviously, when you're looked after, you might not know this, but when you're looked after, the local authority gives your carer money for you to be staying there, that they use to look after you. And Caroline, my ex-foster carer, she has her own daughter, and at the moment she has another foster child in, a girl. And then when I go back, she also has me. When I am at home, they pay Caroline. And what happened recently is I had a visit, I think it was October. I had a visit in October. I went back for the weekend as a surprise because it's Caroline's birthday. And we told social services that. And Caroline now has only just been paid for the 3 days that I was there. So obviously to her that's important, because money that she then spends looking after me as well as the others is money that the others don't see. So I need to be paid for too, so that the other girls don't lose out from me having stayed there, which obviously makes everything fair. But obviously Caroline only just being paid now in April for a visit I made in October is just not acceptable. So Caroline dealt with this by going over the heads of the people who are involved, and it was sorted by the finance department for her. So she was ruthless in that respect by just going straight above their head and being like, you're not getting it done for me, so I'm going to your manager and they will get it done for me. And that all worked out in the end, and was great. And obviously there will be many examples that come up that you will realise happen throughout your care experience, if you like. It'll often be about money, if I'm honest. Sometimes it'll be about a certain bit of information. You're looking into doing something, applying for something, etc., and you need your social worker or your personal advisor, whichever you have at the time, depending on whether you're still looked after or whether you're a care leaver. And you need them to find you a piece of information, find something out for you so that you can continue with an application process, or you can continue doing something that you want to do. And they are taking too long to do that, or they haven't done it at all, and you just need to chase it up, basically. That is what needs to happen. A lot of people I've spoken to have said to me that they haven't got to do things before because they've missed deadlines because they were waiting for their personal advisor to give them a piece of information. And that makes me really sad, because you can't, obviously, as much as it's awful that their personal advisor wasn't on the ball and didn't give them the information, it's equally as sad that that person just waited around for them to do it. Because although we shouldn't have to chase it up all the time, although we shouldn't have to phone and email constantly the people that we need to do stuff, sometimes it has to happen. And when it's clear that someone isn't doing something fast enough and you're going to miss the deadline, then, and if you care about something and you're passionate about it, then you need to be ruthless and just get them to get it done for you. If there's a way, go over their head and get their manager to do it, look into it and get it done. And if all else fails, do it yourself. If you have the means to, if you're able to, if there's a way for you to be able to do it yourself rather than waiting for someone else to do it for you. And that is my key advice and my main message for this video, basically, because it's an important piece of advice. that you don't get told by your social worker or your personal advisor, because they like to think that they're the people who will get it done for you, but that is not always the case. Normally you have to chase them around, so they're not going to tell you that, but I'm telling you that as a key piece of advice. You need to be ruthless and be willing to chase things up and chase people around when something is important to you, it needs to be done. So that's it for this video. That's all I've got to say on that topic, and I will be back next week with another care leaver blog video. Like I said at the beginning, my final major project right now is the care leaver blog, so that means that all of the videos on this channel for the next few weeks are gonna be solely care leaver blog videos. I may do vlogs and stuff on the side, and they'll go up as well, but all of the main channel style type videos will be care leaver blog videos. There won't be any like sit down other type of videos. All the videos sat down here with the background and the bed and the chatting, those will be care leaver vlogs. But I do have my vlogging camera and I might do some vlogging. I obviously, as you can see, I'm in a new setting, and I told you that it's my boyfriend's house and we're moving in together and all of that jazz. That's all very exciting. Obviously that means I owe you a house tour, so that will be coming up, but again, that will be a vlog rather than a main video. So yeah, that's all I have to say for this video, and I will see you next week with another care leaver vlog. Bye!